So here we are, we've arrived in the accessories category on CMA Networks, and on today's show, we're going to be talking about a very unique one that you may or may not already be doing business in. And if you're not, pay attention because Leathercraft is coming to the table to give you an amazing opportunity to add to your bottom line. We've got their product specialist, JOE CALTABIANO, joining us to give us the deets on Leathercraft. This is CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM, all about Leathercraft, upholstery, and seating options. And it starts now. What's going on, guys, and welcome to another CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Yep, we're talking something different today. It doesn't even involve electronics. We're talking about leather seating. Imagine, what are we doing talking about such a thing? Well, it seems like Voxx Electronics has come up with a really defined solution for retailers to be able to offer such service to their customers. Now, Joe, welcome to the show. Can you please tell us an outline of what we're going to cover today?
Hey everyone, JOE CALTABIANO here from Voxx Electronics, and yeah, we're going to go over Leathercraft today. Leathercraft is a great opportunity for everybody. Certainly it was for ourselves at Voxx Electronics. We've been serving the 12-volt electronics industry since 1965. Started in car dealers where we were adding car stereos and antennas and speakers when it was option delete or an added option to add. Well, take a look at seating. There's obviously, seating starts with cloth interiors, then steps into leather, right? It's a great opportunity for everyone out there. So if it's a customer that didn't get captured at the car deal level, where they had the money to spend to get into the higher trims, to get the better solutions, well, they didn't get it done there and there. They're going to trickle down into retail. So this offers another category of product. Many of you have gotten diversified into other things besides 12 volts, right? You've either gotten into bolt-ons, into tint, certainly wraps. Wraps, very complicated, right? You think Leathercraft may be scary. Replacing leather seating may be scary. It's not as scary as you think. It just takes a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of training, the right tools. And after you get a few under your belt, just like anything else you install, you become an expert at it, and now you can add some significant dollars to your bottom line.
Well, we're going to find out what this business model you have to propose, as well as what the products are available from Leathercraft. But first, a quick opportunity for our partner, SiriusXM, to remind everybody what a great add-on value it is. And when we come back, we're talking Leathercraft. Don't you dare go away.
Hi, Paul Truman here with SiriusXM. We reached out to some of our partners in the industry, and here's what they had to say.
I can't say more or enough about just what it means to have our unit working with SiriusXM. It's like we're there now.
The SiriusXM service is something consumers want, right? So it's Paul.
That allows a consumer to listen to either podcasts, entertainment, sports, all at their fingertips. It's all about engagement, and that's what SiriusXM provides.
SiriusXM is a huge component in a vehicle nowadays. Consumers expect that technology to be available both in our OEM system as well as the aftermarket upgrades that they're applying to their vehicle.
Alpine and SiriusXM, through our electronics, are able to offer the consumer on the aftermarket side SiriusXM 360L, which is an expanded platform for SiriusXM. And it's really been a beneficial relationship for us with SiriusXM.
As a dealer, just remember, we don't compete with anybody else. We are absolutely one of the best profitability accessories you can add to any head unit that is SiriusXM ready.
And welcome back to the show. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about Leathercraft, a new subdivision of Voxx Electronics in the upholstery category. Now, Joe, I'm going to ask the question, who is Leathercraft? How did this come about? And what is the goal of this subdivision brand?
Hey, Ben. So an opportunity arose late last year that we could expand our own business by adding leather upholstery to it, right? And as I mentioned earlier, we've been in this business a long time, servicing all different channels within the market, whether it's the car dealer, through expediters, retailers, or distributors. So it made sense for us. We already have products going into cars. Why not add seating? It's not electronics. It's a little outside the wheel box, but still something that's going into vehicles that have four wheels. So why not? So, what's really unique about the product is what we offer in it, right? So we have everything from in-stock high volume kits, which we are experts in because we've done custom headrests for decades, right? So we're already familiar with vehicle specific applications and different materials, leathers, vinyls, cloths, suedes, whatever it may be. So a little bit foresight that we had into the category. But look, I'm still learning in it. We started this back in February, and there's a lot to learn as I go along. And I've learned about some of the intricacies, some things that make it important, right? How easy is it to install? How long is it going to take to install? Is my installer going to be down for 8 hours, 12 hours, what it may be? What's the profit potential based on that? And in that process, I learned it's not so scary, right? You can take a 12-volt electronics installer that already knows how to dismantle a dashboard, knows how to take a seat out of a vehicle. And all you have to do is now train them with a little bit of good training that we offer, that support, to be able to peel a seat, reinstall leather or one of our kits on a seat, and be able to add significant dollars to a ticket sale.
All right, you make some really good points there, Joe, but I have a question. And the question is as such, let's be honest, the leather seating market already has a couple key players in it, and it's had for some time. Why do you feel Leathercraft is coming to the table with something very competitive that dealers would be certainly interested in? What are some of the key features that you really want to I guess announce that makes Leathercraft just a little bit different?
Well, look, Ben, we know that we're the little guy on the block when it comes to leather, right? We may be the larger guy on the block when it comes to our pedigree and what we do in electronics, but there's 800-pound gorillas out there, and we're not looking to steal their business. We just want a healthy competitor in the space, right? There's Alpine, there's Pioneer, there's JVC, there's Kenwood. There's a lot of head unit manufacturers in the market. Well, why can't there be multiple leather or interior upholstery? And the one thing that we've always prided ourselves at Voxx is maintaining the best quality we can, right? In our design and development. We want to have good support as far as producing our kits. So we choose the best makers. We choose the best quality. We back it with a 5-year warranty because we know our product is going to last. After getting out and in and out, and you know what it's like when that side bolster on the bottom, they keep slipping out of the vehicle and it wears down on your factory OEM seating. Well, we make our product so it'll last the long haul. That's why we back it with 5 years. We make sure that our product's not over processed, over tumbled, in the dyeing process, that we have the right colors. We go through a lot, and I've learned a lot to make sure that, when you're creating, these seating kits, especially fitment, you don't want to slip it on and then all of a sudden you find that the seam lines are a little bit off, like hanging a picture, right? Because the sewing was a little bit off. No, everything is done right in quality control to make sure when that kit goes on, you're not going to have, extra fabric where it's going to start binding up in a corner. Every kit you put on a seat, once it's installed, it's going to take a little bit of post-processing, but we minimize that. You don't have to do a lot of steaming or heat treatments in order to massage these seats. You have to do a little bit of that because that's inherent to the category itself in changing out seating. But we make that super simple by building it right the first time. So it goes on right, a little bit of massaging, the end quality result is going to be make you happy, the customer's going to be happy, and now you just added a whole nother category and profit potential to your assortment.
All right, Joe, I'm going to zone in on a word you said there. I think it's going to be important to talk about right now, and that is quality. So when we talk about quality, of course, we have to talk about the materials, the textures, the colors that are available. Like, what is available? Do you have a swatch that you can show us and maybe give us an understanding of just the extent of options? And also, how well does it match the OEM grade?
Great question, Ben. So here's a swatch ring, right? This is the tool that we make available to all of our customers, because whether you're a retailer and you need one of these in the shop to go by, or you're an expediter service and car dealer, you might want to even leave one with the car dealer. They can go through it and see the different color options we have, whether it's leather, vinyl, suede is in here. We even offer something what we call dimension. Now, dimension is kind of unique. What it is it's always a black surface material, so it's got to be a black interior that we offer dimension with. But when you're building out a custom vehicle, we have dimension in 3 different flavors: gray, red, and green. But let me show you the red here, right? So top surface is black, the bottom side is red, because when the holes through it, it's hard to see in this camera, in this image, but when this is on the seat, you can actually see that added intricacy of the red popping through there, right? So cool things, but all top quality materials. And, we even started offering some vegan materials, because anybody following OEMs, a leather seat, let's just break it down, right? back in the day, you bought a Mercedes, you ordered a leather seat, the whole seat was leather. It's not like that anymore. The only parts of the seat that are leather anymore, if they are even leather, and not some kind of imitation leather, right, is usually the part that your back is going to be laying against or your bottom's going to be sitting on. The rest of the seat is vinyl, right? So we do the same. We match that. But, when you were building a kit and you want to do something like suede bolsters and leather interiors, right, or you want to do the dimension, you want to have the ability to do perforation and certainly patterns that I know we'll get into, the materials is very important. As you can see, there's a very diverse color assortment to choose from.
All right. The next question I have for you, Joe, is you've showed us the materials. We understand the business model. It's a great opportunity. But how is the experience from a dealer that wants to order, perhaps, or for a consumer that wants to go in there and try to understand what options are available for their vehicle? How can we do that?
Definitely, Ben. It all starts with a good website, right? So it's always a work in progress. And I think for what we did since we launched in February, we pretty far down the line with a pretty solid website, but it's always room for improvement. So I'd love to walk you guys through it by sharing my screen. All right. Well, once you get to leathercraft.pro in our homepage, first thing you want to do is, what's the offering? Well, we offer 3 different varieties. Well, actually 4 if you want to think about it. So for high volume moving, running, and shaking products like Silverados, F-150s, Tundras, trucks in essence, pickup trucks specifically, are things that are always the first go-to for most expedited servicing car dealers or even retailers, right? Because a lot of people buy the low-level truck and then they'll trick it out and add step bars and the better radio and audio system, remote starts, whatever it is. They do the same thing. They get the cloth package. So then they can add on leather afterwards. So we keep a large variety of in-stock kits. So if I were to click here, it's as simple as, just choose a year, make, model, So let's just bring up a Chevy Silverado crew cab rear storage. Okay, here's the 2 options that we offer. We have it in black. We have it in a dark stone, right? If you're not sure what that looks like, well, a little thumbnail pops up, shows you a larger image of the colors. It'll tell you where we stock it. So if you're a retailer and you're on the East Coast and you want to make sure that we can get this to you in a day or 2, and we offer 3 different levels of service, obviously next day, second day, and ground shipping. It'll tell you where it is, and then you can order right now. So if you're set up as a Voxx dealer, you just enter in your information. You already picked your application. You submit this button, boom, order goes off to us. We make it that simple, right? Another thing is if we have a picture available, and this is a growing thing, right? As we get install pics back from our retail community, we populate them. So now you can go right next to this and you can see what it looks like in your vehicle. So here's a picture and image of what that Silverado was for that application. Pretty cool. So that's when you're talking about, in-stock kits, the high volume runners, or what we have is collector's edition. Collector's edition is a little different. We pick a few different vehicles and we say, hey, we want to make this Tundra cooler, like if it was a factory, not factory, but a ground up custom build, right? So instead of having to, pick a piping and a stitching and a color and an interior pattern, we preset them, but we keep them in stock. So you don't have to build them ground up, and you could view those in our gallery and you can see what those look like. So this way, it's a faster way to have a custom looking kit, but we keep them in stock. And then there's the older vehicles or the non-high volume runners. Maybe it's a Challenger or a Camaro or, an older SUV or whatever it may be. But it's not a mover and shaker for us, so we can still build it. The lead time's a little bit longer. It's anywhere from 4 to 6 days to build it, but we can still build it and offer it, which is a great value add. And then you get to build a custom kit, right? This is where again, I got a brand new 2025 Chevy, whatever it may be, Trailblazer, and I want to build this thing ground up. Well, what do? Click here, enter some information as far as, account, or if you're new to this, you can set up an account through our Become a Dealer portal. But this steps you through. Pick your color. Pick if you want perforation. You can go in here, and again, we're about to launch this within a few days, custom builds. We've been doing it as a pilot program, but within a few days, we're going to launch this where you're going to be able to see the colors, see the threads, see the designs, but you could pick all these different options to build something ground up. And then you get into accessories, right? You already stripped the seat. You already have the cover off. It's ready to go to put on a new leather kit. Well, why not add seat heaters? Why not add power lumbar? That's an added sale for all of our customers. We offer that, again, as part of our Leathercraft offering. We always offered it on the Voxx side, but now we introduced it as derivative SKU numbers as part of the Leathercraft program because it just made sense. You go into our gallery real quick, material colors. Here's a picture graph of everything I just showed you on that swatch ring. Well, it's right here to choose from. Same thing goes with thread. So if I want to, go back and pick a thread color, now you can see images, hover over them, get a bigger image. So now when you're building a custom seat, or let's just say you picked an in-stock kit, but you're not really sure what that color is, or the car dealer you're working with is really not sure what that color is, you can go in and see it for yourself. And then part of the gallery is building, a vehicle image gallery. So, this is, again, a work in progress, but as we get pictures from our customers after they've installed kits, you can see some of the cool stuff we could do. Like this is a custom edition, collector's edition kit, like I was talking about. We already pre-created a pattern and add some intricacies to it, but we keep it as an in-stock kit. It doesn't have to be built ground up. Same here on the Jeep Wrangler. Another vision of what we have in stock available for certain applications. And then, like I said, as we build this database of pictures, and it's going to be completely reliant on our Leathercraft customers feeding these into us, we'll build this so we just have a plethora of stuff to look at. Contact information, again, here's a map. We have 3 salesmen out in the field that cover 3 different regions. Very simple. Becoming a dealer, you can set up to be a dealer right here, fill in some information, it shoots an email to our customer service team, and then one of our sales managers will come reach out to you to set you up. And then we give you a little shipment time frame window so you know how fast that delivery is going to be coming to you. So again, work in progress. We're always looking to improve this. Still needs a lot of work in my opinion. But again, it got us into the game. It makes it very simple to do business with us, to find the application you want. We're pretty proud of where we've gotten so far.
Thank you, Joe, for walking us through the website. As of course, with this process, it's going to be incredibly important to understand this tool. And I think the team over at Voxx has made it really easy for anybody to understand. Joe, I want to circle back to you one more time. We're talking about this new Leathercraft option coming to you from Voxx Electronics. What's your final word? What message do you have for either consumers or dealers looking at this and saying, Leathercraft, I may be interested?
Well, what I like to leave you with is, again, this is an added category to your bottom line business. And it's a category that's going to be around for a while. There's always going to be OEM manufacturers that are going to offer a baseline, bottom line cloth package. And just think of the economy right now. How many people can barely afford vehicle at the vehicle prices that they're at, right? So they're getting the low trim levels, but they want the cool bells and whistles. So if they couldn't afford to throw that into their financing at the car dealer, where are they going to end up? They're going to end up at a retail shop. You don't want them searching for an upholstery shop. You want them looking for you. You're a destination to work on vehicles, right? You're doing electronics, you're doing tint, you're doing wraps, you're doing tires, rims, whatever it may be. Add leather to it. It's great for your bottom line. It's easy. It's not as hard as you think. Like I said, you can cross-train your installers. We have the options that are from in-stock kits to non-stock kits to custom kits to give your customer anything they could imagine and an interior upholstery kit. So why not, right? We did it. We jumped in, both feet in. We're growing. We want to grow by adding on customers and have you grow with us. So thank you for your time. Visit us at leathercraft.pro.
And that was Voxx Electronics' Joe Caltabiano coming to us talking about the new product that they have to offer in the upholstery category called Leathercraft. Now, Joe said it right there. We're going to give a chance to put it up on the screen. If you're looking for more information on anything we covered today, that website was leathercraft.pro. Now, here's my takeaway. I am no specialist on upholstery, but from what I've seen today, Voxx Electronics has done a tremendous job packaging it in a way that dealers can really dig into. This is absolutely a new revenue stream. You already have customers coming into the store. You're working on their vehicles. Things you can notice that could be signs to a potential customer, like damage in the upholstery. Maybe it's a unit with cloth upholstery. What a great opportunity to offer them this upgrade. I think Voxx has not only paid attention to the things that count, such as quality, such as texture, such as color, but also the installability. And what's more, they've even created some custom kits that really could make you shine as a retailer and offer your customer that VIP experience. That's it for this CMA Connected, brought to you by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.